Seal with your CBC Sports World. Barbados women were eliminated today by 3 wickets at the semi-final stage of the regional women's Super 50 competition in Dominica. Their game against Guyana at the Botanical Gardens had to be reduced to 30 overs per side due to rain this morning. And when it finally started, Barbados women were bowled out for 88. Kaishana Knight top scored with 19, Deandra Dottin got 18, Kaisia Knight got 10, and Shaquana Quinton 10 as well. It then came down to the Guyana women needing 4 runs from the final over, and they got home, ending on 89 for 7 in 29.4. Meanwhile, in the other semi-final, defending champs Jamaica women defeated Trinidad and Tobago by 66 runs. Jamaica made 214 for 2 in a reduced 31 overs, with Stephanie Taylor slamming 101 and Chanel Henry 55. Trinidad were dismissed for 148 in 30.4 overs, with Brittany Cooper making 57. Now, the Barbados Under-19s lost their WICB regional game to rivals TNT, their penultimate round-robin game at Everest, Guyana today. TNT Under-19s batted first after winning the toss and made 204 for 7 in their 50 overs. Jeremy Solozano top scored with 56, while Camila Karimbokas added 44. Matthew Jones took 3 for 43, Chad Williams 2 for 31, and Shamar Springer 2 for 38. Barbados Under-19s were then dismissed for 146 in 43.4 to lose by 58 runs. Nicholas Curtin top scored with 45, while Akil Greenidge made 43. Akil Sital took 3 for 36. Meanwhile, leaders Guyana defeated the Windward Islands by 114 runs. Scores at Albion, Guyana Under-19s 276 for 5, with Shamrod Hetmeyer getting 86. The Windwards Under-19s 162 in 41.3. And the Leewards beat the ICC Americas by 150 runs. Scores at the Guyana National Stadium, Leewards 258 for 4, with Shaquille Martina getting 60 and Casey Carty 59 not out. The ICC Americas 109 in 25.2. Alzari Joseph took 5 for 47. Jamaica had a bye. Now, the final round-robin series is tomorrow, with Barbados Under-19s up against the leaders Guyana at the National Stadium. The Jamaica Talawas and the Trinidad and Tobago Red Steel have it all to play for tomorrow as the first semi-final of the Lima Call Caribbean Premier League gets underway at Warner Park in St. Kitts. The tournament's 2 early leaders must now win back-to-back games in order to reach Saturday's final, and one thing's for sure, one of these big guns will be eliminated tomorrow. CBC's Damien Best looks ahead to the clash.
Both the Jamaica Talawas and the Trinidad and Tobago Red Steel look convincing in the opening stages of the Lima Call Caribbean Premier League. The defending champs Talawas top the points table, enjoying a 6-win, 1-loss record, heading into the last set of preliminary round matches in St. Kitts. Surprisingly, the Talawas lost focus and let their guard down when it really mattered, suffering back-to-back defeats. First to the already eliminated St. Lucia Zouks by 7 wickets on Saturday, then followed it up with a huge 88-run loss to the Tridents a day later, their worst ever result in the 2-year-old tournament. The Red Steel, who also started the 2014 edition of the CPL in convincing fashion, were second in the table at one stage with 6 wins and 2 defeats. Now the 2 teams meet in a do-or-die semi-final, with the winner slated to take on the Ghana Amazon Warriors in the second semi on Thursday. The Talawas and Red Steel are quality sides with loads of experience in both the batting and bowling departments. As we all know, though, Talawas skipper Chris Gill is considered the biggest threat with the bat. If Gill gets going, expect the Talawas to do well. So one of the keys to a Red Steel victory would be removing him cheaply. The influential hard-hitting batsman was out twice leg before wicket for 3 and 1 respectively in their 2 previous defeats. So take a hint. The Red Steel, meanwhile, have issues with their batting as well, losing wickets at key intervals, and a failure to rotate the strike in their loss to the Hawksbills and the Tridents suggests they may have to make some changes to their lineup. Meanwhile, the Barbados Tridents are in the VIP lounge, having qualified automatically for the finals. They can now sit back and enjoy the rivalry and await their opponents in Saturday's grand finale. However you look at it, cricket fans across the Caribbean are in for a treat, and that's guaranteed. Damien Best, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Damien. And providing those matches go the full distance, tomorrow's and Thursday's semis will be carried live on TV8 up until 7 p.m. when we'll break for the evening news. But live coverage will continue on MCTV's channel 116. However, Saturday's final involving the Barbados Tridents will be carried live on TV8 until the very end of the game. The CBC Evening News will therefore be delayed if necessary. Live unbroken coverage of all three remaining games will also be live on Radio 94.7 FM. Veteran cricket journalist and commentator Tony Cozier believes the proposed franchise system for first-class cricket will be a good thing for the regional game.
When you get Narayan playing for Guyana, it just means that there's an integration in cricket, which we're not having outside of cricket, within CARICOM and so on. And it's good for West Indies cricket to bring players together, and that's what will happen, or what the board hopes will happen from here on. Each team will have 10 players who are locals, and then there will be a draft, and they can pick players from other teams. So things are developing.
Cozier was speaking during the official opening ceremony for the second edition of the Derek Seeley 15 and Under Regional Cricket Tournament. Several teams from Barbados and TNT are participating in this year's competition. Hillview of Trinidad were judged the best team on parade during the opening, which was held at the Cricket Legends of Barbados. Now, Jefferson Miller, the Chief Executive Officer of the BCA, urged the young players to visit the museum and experience the rich cricketing history.
Some of the greatest cricketers that have ever lived. You find all the information in this building right here. And it would be an awesome opportunity before you go back to get the opportunity to come by and just walk through that building there. And the education and the things that you will see would give you the inspiration to become a professional cricketer. So please get that opportunity, enjoy the game. And as I see the mission here, discipline is important, dedication is important, and also to have a purpose in life.